The world of WWE is known for its ever-shifting drama, where allegiances are tested, alliances are formed, and rivalries are ignited, often unexpectedly. The ongoing saga involving Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi is one such story that has captivated the WWE universe. Over the past few weeks, the dynamics between these three superstars have dramatically shifted, and the latest developments have only added more intrigue, with multiple unanswered questions hanging in the air. This story, with its twists and turns, has fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next chapter. Jade Cargill's defining moment. First loss and its significance. Jade Cargill, with her incredible physique, unbeaten record, and dominant presence, has been one of the most unstoppable forces in WWE since her debut. But on the March 21st edition of SmackDown, the unthinkable happened. Jade suffered her first pinfall loss in WWE. This was a major shock to the system, not just because of the loss itself, but because of the circumstances surrounding it. It was a historic first pinfall defeat for the powerhouse, and it came at the hands of Liv Morgan, who capitalized on interference from Naomi. Naomi's involvement in the match added layers of tension and symbolism. Naomi, with her history of betrayal and her connection to both Jade and Bianca, had already caused a rift. In a move that many fans saw as symbolic, Naomi picked up the tag team title, the very title that Jade had vacated due to Naomi's actions in the past, and used it to hit Jade over the face. This wasn't just an attack. It was a statement, a symbolic gesture that Jade was never truly defeated for that title and was now being humiliated by Naomi using it as a weapon. The attack opened the door for Liv Morgan to secure the pinfall, making history as the first WWE superstar to defeat Jade Cargill. Although it was a massive win for Liv, the real story here was Jade's vulnerability. For so long, Jade had been presented as an indestructible force, someone who seemed invincible. But the interference from Naomi and the loss proved that Jade, like everyone else, had weaknesses, and no one is above defeat. It humanized her in a way that was previously unseen, making her more relatable to the audience. Naomi's resurgence from betrayal to dominance. Naomi's actions in this match were more than just about the physical interference. They marked a shift in her character. Naomi, who had been mostly sidelined since her betrayal of Bianca Belair, found herself back in the spotlight, but not as a hero. Her interference in Jade's match was a continuation of her personal vendetta against the former champion. Naomi has been adamant about her reasons for turning against Bianca Belair, and her actions on SmackDown proved that she was now fully embracing her role as an antagonist in the ongoing drama. Naomi's post-match beatdown on Jade mirrored the events that transpired back in November when she attacked Jade backstage. This recreated moment, when Naomi pushed Jade off the apron and onto the commentary table, was a reminder of the deep-seated tension between the two. Fans who had followed the storyline closely couldn't help but notice the symbolic nature of this moment. Naomi was not just attacking Jade. She was reminding her of what she had done in the past and how Jade had been part of her downfall. What made this sequence even more intriguing was the live crowd's reaction. As Naomi continued her assault on Jade, the crowd began chanting for Bianca Belair, signaling their expectations for the EST to make an appearance and stand up for her former ally. However, much to the crowd's surprise, Bianca was nowhere to be found. This absence sent a strong message, whether intentional or not, that Bianca was disengaged from the situation. The absence of Bianca Belair, a missed opportunity or intentional move. Bianca Belair's absence during this pivotal moment left many fans puzzled and questioning the direction of her character. Bianca had been at the center of the Naomi-Jade saga from the beginning, emotionally invested in both women due to her past alliances with them. Her friendship with Naomi had been shattered when Naomi turned on her, and her relationship with Jade had been strained after the betrayal. Given the tumultuous history between these three women, it felt like a missed opportunity for Bianca to step in and take action. The WWE Universe expected her to come out and defend Jade, especially after Naomi's repeated attacks. Bianca's failure to do so raised concerns about her character, as it painted her as someone who was no longer willing to stand up for her friends. This left Bianca's motivations in question. Was she truly focused on her career, or was there something more sinister brewing under the surface? Bianca's absence in this moment felt like an intentional narrative choice to build further tension in her storyline and could potentially lead to a future character shift. Bianca's Twitter response. Does she still care about Jade? The following day, fans took to social media to express their confusion about Bianca's lack of involvement in the ongoing drama. In response, Jade Cargill herself addressed the elephant in the room. When a fan asked Jade about Bianca's role in the situation, Jade revealed her feelings towards Bianca. She stated that she never truly trusted Bianca, highlighting how she had always been closer to Naomi. This revelation was eye-opening, as it shed light on the complicated nature of Jade's relationship with Bianca. Jade's tweet reinforced the idea that, even before the betrayal by Naomi, she had always felt more aligned with Naomi than Bianca. This betrayal, however, seemed to have taken a toll on her trust in everyone, including Bianca. Jade's comments made it clear that while she might not be fully convinced of Bianca's involvement in the attacks on her, she was certainly not comfortable with her former ally. This lack of trust and Bianca's continued absence from the drama only served to intensify the tension between them. The growing split between Bianca and Jade. A shift in allegiances? As the story continues to unfold, one of the biggest questions surrounding the Bianca, Jade, and Naomi storyline is whether Bianca will turn her back on her past alliances and embrace a more ruthless approach to her career. Bianca's absence from the Jade-Naomi feud is one of the clearest signs that she may be distancing herself from her old friends. Her silence in the face of Naomi's attacks on Jade suggests that she may be ready to focus solely on her own success, leaving her former allies behind. This shift in Bianca's character could be the precursor to a major heel turn. WWE has a history of taking fan favorites and flipping them into antagonists, and Bianca has all the elements of a superstar who could excel in this role. Her frustration with the fans, her sense of abandonment by Naomi and Jade, and her desire to reclaim the spotlight could be the driving forces behind a potential heel turn. If Bianca decides to embrace this darker side, it could lead to an explosive new chapter in her WWE career, one that sees her doing whatever it takes to achieve her goals. A triple threat at WrestleMania? As the WWE Universe speculates about the future of this storyline, one of the most exciting possibilities is a potential triple threat match at WrestleMania, with Bianca, Jade, and Naomi all in the mix for the top spot in WWE's women's division. A high-stakes, multi-woman match could provide the ultimate climax to their rivalry. The chaos and controversy that have surrounded their interactions would only add fuel to this potential showdown. However, for this triple threat match to happen, there needs to be a major twist in the ongoing story, and Bianca's role as a special referee could be just the thing to tip the scales. If she continues to stay on the sidelines and refuse to intervene, fans may begin to view her as complicit in the drama, fueling further resentment and setting the stage for her heel turn. On the other hand, if Bianca gets involved and helps one of the women win, it could set the stage for a dramatic and controversial conclusion at WrestleMania. Conclusion: the The road ahead for Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. As of now, the relationship between Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi is filled with uncertainty. The storyline has more questions than answers, and fans are eagerly awaiting the next developments. Will Bianca remain on the sidelines, further distancing herself from her old friends? Will Naomi continue her vendetta against Jade, or will she shift her focus elsewhere? And what about Jade? Will she continue to trust Bianca, or will her suspicions lead her to sever all ties with the EST of WWE? The answers to these questions are still unknown, but one thing is clear. The saga between these three women is far from over. As the road to WrestleMania continues, fans can expect more drama, more twists, and possibly the most shocking character turn in WWE history. The possibilities are endless, and the WWE Universe will be watching closely to see how this story unfolds.